If you do not provide as much information as possible, the SSA may not be able to find evidence that they seek, and therefore your claim may be denied. I'm attorney Corey Luedeman with RSH Legal. To apply for Social Security disability benefits in Iowa, you need to submit an application for benefits with the Social Security Administration. If you are applying for SSDI benefits, you can schedule an appointment with your local Social Security office to complete the application, or you can complete the application online. If you are only applying for Supplemental Security Income Benefits, SSI, you must complete the application with the local office, and this can be done by telephone or in person with an appointment. The application will request information about you. This information could include your physical and/or mental impairments, any medical treatment you have received for those impairments. For each healthcare provider that you have visited, you will need to provide the name, address, phone number, dates of service, and any tests that were ordered or performed. You will also need to provide information about any and all medications that you are taking. Your family. The SSA will request information about your spouse, including the date that you were married and their Social Security number. They will also want to know any names of any minor children, your education level, your employment history. For any jobs that you have worked in the last 2 years, you will need to provide the name and address of the employer, along with dates of employment and approximate earnings. For any jobs that you've worked in the last 15 years, you will need to be able to provide your job title, date of employment, and rate of pay. You may also need to provide banking information for direct deposit of Social Security disability benefits. First, give complete information. The SSA will use the information you provide on your application to seek out additional evidence for your claim. If you do not provide as much information as possible, the SSA may not be able to find evidence that they seek, and therefore your claim may be denied without this evidence. Second, include in your application all of the medical conditions that interfere with your ability to work. While you may believe your inability to work may be related to one specific medical condition, the SSA will consider any medical condition that limits the type of work that you can do. They will examine the combined impact that these conditions have on your life and whether or not you can work. Therefore, you should provide information about any medical issue, old or new, that interferes with your ability to work. Third, provide specific descriptions of your medical conditions and your limitations. Providing the SSA with specific numbers or examples from your daily life can paint a clearer picture of the limitations that you face. For example, try to describe how many minutes that you can sit, stand, or walk, or how often that you leave your home, what emotional triggers that you have, or anything else related to your conditions. Fourth, make sure you choose your onset date carefully. When you fill out your application, one of the questions will ask what date you became unable to work due to your disability. This is known as your onset date. This date is important because it's how the SSA determines when they should begin to pay you your benefits. If you suffered an injury on a specific day, it might be easy to know what your onset date is. But if you have a medical condition that has gotten worse over time, it may seem more difficult. The question you should ask yourself is, when did I stop being able to do my job because of this medical condition? Be aware that this date is often, but not always, the same as your last day at work. For example, if you stayed on payroll because you received sick leave or on FMLA or short-term disability, this may not count as work. RSH Legal helps Iowans who have been denied disability benefits get the help that they need. If you would like a free, no-obligation case evaluation, call RSH Legal today at 1-800-433-0283.